Tim Prister with Tim O'Malley in Mercedes-Benz Stadium, a couple hours before Notre Dame takes on Georgia Tech. Bunch of injury news, at least as it relates to Georgia Tech. Of course, we found out late yesterday, I guess it was, that Haynes King, the quarterback for Georgia Tech, would be out. We just found out recently that Kyle Eford, their outstanding linebacker, is also going to miss the game as well. So Notre Dame, you see the line influenced by those decisions. But Tim, there may be some news from Notre Dame's side.
Yeah, this is not from me. A colleague told me this. Jeremiah Love's individual props have been pulled off several betting sites. In Congress with that, Riley Leonard's passing yardage total went up on those betting sites. That's just a little recent tidbit of information. We don't have anything official on that yet, but Haynes King and Eford are more important to what Georgia Tech needs to do than what Jeremiah Love is for one game at Notre Dame. It is a big deal that the two of them are out, and losing Haynes King. I mean, we didn't expect him to. I expect him to play not healthy, and therefore Notre Dame to handle them. Losing Haynes King is a really rough blow.
Yeah, no doubt about it. And so, this is a game that obviously Notre Dame was favored heavily in the beginning, and we saw it bump down. And look, this is, Notre Dame's in the midst of prosperity, and Marcus Freeman has to go on the road and make sure that his team plays some quality football. And I think they're certainly capable of doing that. I think that Notre Dame's going to be able to throw the football. I felt like Eford was a liability for them on the field. I'm not sure that he is the brain trust of their operation.
Yeah.
So even if they have somebody a little bit more mobile, I think they'd rather have Kyle Eford on the field for them. But I do think that this is it's kind of comparable, and we said it during the week, it's kind of comparable to Stanford. I think that Notre Dame can throw the football, and that will loosen up the running game. Maybe we see quite a bit more of Aeneas Williams in addition to Jadarian Price. But I think Riley Leonard has a good day today. I'm going to bring it up again and possibly jinx it, but he hasn't thrown an interception since the fourth quarter of Game 2.
It's a double jinx. You tried it last time, too, so you're fine.
Yeah, no interception since the fourth quarter of Game 2, and this is Game 7, and Georgia Tech has not been a takeaway team. They have just one interception takeaway. They only have 5 total, including fumbles. So, advantage Notre Dame. They should be able to move the football and score today.
I mean, I think that is the path. There's 4 things I'm looking for Georgia Tech to stay in this game. And when you stay in a game, in this atmosphere, things can change for Notre Dame. Notre Dame would be the tight team if this is a 10-point game in the fourth quarter, not Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech has to be patient running the football because they can't pass the ball up and down the field. That Northern Illinois patience where it's okay to gain 4. If you can keep gaining 4, it's fine. It's hard to stick with that. Building on that, though, I really think to beat Notre Dame or to push them, they're going to have to take a shot on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1 downfield to try to score, because when you get 3rd and 1 against Notre Dame and have to go 65 more yards, you still have to go 65 more yards against Notre Dame's defense. I really think one shot downfield is crucial. And as you mentioned in your preview and your quick hits, I'm going to leave the stat to you, but blocking a kick, it's not just a pie-in-the-sky hope for Georgia Tech. They are good at it, and I think they need one today.
Yeah, I do want to talk about Zach Pyron for a bit, but following your lead there, 28 games under Brent Key. They've blocked 11 punts or kicks, and nobody in the country has had that number of blocks.
It's Brian Mason-like almost.
It really is. So be prepared for James Randall to probably get a little bit more pressure than he's accustomed to. So keep an eye on that.
Notre Dame has getting field goal block problems. Notre Dame has had.
They have.
And clearly, you remember that Notre Dame has had field goals blocked. It's a crucial.
Georgia Tech blocked a punt and a field goal against Syracuse, and they also recovered an onside kick. So their special teams are pretty darn good. Now back to Zach Pyron. He has played. He's thrown about 100 passes or so in his collegiate career.
A lot of them 3 years ago.
82 of those from 2022, and he threw 3 interceptions in those 3 games, and also was sacked 7 times. So I have a feeling, as do most Notre Dame fans, that he's going to come up to the line of scrimmage. He's going to look at Al Golden's defense and say, okay, this is what I need to do. Then he's going to snap the football, and the snapshot in his head is going to change.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up. It's not Justin Lamson where he's only a wildcat runner. Justin Lamson could not pass the ball down the field against 10 Notre Dame players, but it is a giant. He's a one-dimensional quarterback that's going to have to try to throw against the best pass defense in the country. We'll get to that. No Benjamin Morrison. We think Leonard Moore will step in great. Even if Haynes King was in, I still think Leonard Moore would play well. It's just a tall task for him when he's going against this defense, and he's a tough runner. When you watch film of him, he is tough as nails. But this is a different level defense.
Yeah, it is. And, look, human nature, we talk about that all the time. Human nature for Georgia Tech has to be we don't have our leader of the offense. And now and then you don't have your leader of your defense either with Kyle Eford out. So those are significant. Notre Dame needs to take advantage of them, protect the football. We don't expect Riley Leonard. This isn't a game where Riley Leonard should be in jeopardy of turning the football over, and I just jinxed it again. But
that was happening for sure.
There's some inroads here to be made for Notre Dame today. Tim, what else you put in your who and what to watch?
Yeah, I really want to see Leonard Moore play yet another full game here. I think he's going to have a fantastic end of this season. Gabriel Rubio, I think, is important because the one time Notre Dame's defense really struggled to get off the field when they needed to stop the opponent was Northern Illinois a couple times in the fourth quarter and second quarter. They could not stop the patient pound-ahead run. Gabriel Rubio can help with that. That's a situation where we like Jason Oney as a player. Donovan Hinish is a hustler. Gabriel Rubio can hold the point and break up that line of scrimmage. I think him rotating in, but the real key is Howard Cross and Riley Mills just played their best football game of the season, and I don't think that's stopping right now.
We heard some great things about them, and we heard some great things about Gabe Rubio during this week as well. We'll talk more with you after the game on Irish Illustrated's Instant Analysis, and it's been brought to you by RVMH Hall of Fame in Elkhart, Indiana.